Hey, what is up everybody? Zed here, back again with another video. This time around, we'll be doing a $2,000 GTX 980 Ti computer gaming build for $2,000. It's got a Intel Core i7 5820K, a really nice GTX 980 Ti with an SSD, as well as a pretty nice external cooler, third-party cooler, so you guys should be able to play all of your games at a really nice FPS, high to ultra settings, and some games even in 4K. It's gonna set you up for the future. It's overall a really nice computer, so let's just jump right into it. So what we have here is the Intel Core i7-5820K. It's a 3.3 GHz 6-core processor with hyperthreading. So it will come up as a 6-core CPU with 12 threads. 12 threads pretty much means that it's going to be seen as a 12-core CPU to Windows, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. It's got a 64-bit data bandwidth. It's on the LGA 2011-3 socket, 3.3 GHz. It is a K series processor, so you should be able to overclock it pretty nicely and very easily. It's got 15 megs of level 3 cache, as most of you guys probably know this, but cache is very important for data and for overall storing information on the processor. The more cache you have, the better your performance will be. So obviously, to overclock this bad boy, you're gonna need to get a aftermarket cooler. So I went ahead and chose the Corsair H6054-0 SCFM liquid CPU cooler. Supports the 2011-3 socket, LGA 2011-3 socket. It's got a 120mm radiator and 2000 RPM fan. It's H60 for around $65. The processor is gonna come in at around $300 to $400. This CPU cooler should be able to cool the CPU really nicely, and any game, if you play at 4K, you should have absolutely no problem with temperature-wise. So moving down, we have the Gigabyte GA-X99-UD4 ATX LGA 2011-3 motherboard. Now this here is a very nice, ultra durable motherboard. It comes in with it's on the LGA 2011-3 socket. It's got the Intel X99 chipset. Comes with 8 total slots of memory, expandable up to 64 gigs. It can handle up to DDR4 2133 megahertz. And yeah, it's really cool. It supports RAID, it does support Crossfire X, and it has a 4-way SLI support. There's 8 SATA 6 gigabits per second and 1 SATA Express, and there's also onboard USB 3 as well as gigabit Ethernet. Now this motherboard is a full ATX motherboard, and it looks really good. It's got a nice color scheme of a gray and black theme with some orange on the side. It's got plenty of expansion for memory, plenty of expansion for doing things such as SLI, and as well as adding more hard drives to your build. It's going to come in at around $200 to $300, and it is definitely a very useful board. Moving down, we have the G-Scale Ripjaw series, 32 gigs of RAM. These are 4 8-gig DIMMs. These are DDR4 at 2400 megahertz. I chose one of them, that's 32 gigs, which should be enough for everything you're going to be doing. It's going to cost around $350. It's about $10 per gigabyte, and you're looking at 1.2 volts. There is a heat spreader, and it's got a red color. It's really cool memory, and I've used it before, and it's very powerful. It's pretty nice memory. It's DDR4, and it's 32 gigs for around $300. Now obviously this is a very high-end build, so we're going to need to use a pretty nice SSD for our operating system. What we have here is the Samsung 850 EVO series, a 250 gigabyte 2.5-inch solid state drive. It's a really nice drive at SATA 6 gigabits per second, and it's pretty nice and small for around 40 cents per gigabyte. This thing retails for around $100 and is a very nice SSD for the operating system and installing a few games. Most of the games I think will be installed on our Western Digital Black Series 2TB 3.5-inch 72,000 RPM hard disk drive. Now this drive is cost around $130. This is where we will be installing most of our games. It's 72,000 RPM and SATA 60 gigabits per second with 64 megs cache. It should be very easy for transferring data back and forth with very little letdown. 2 terabytes is enough storage for pretty much any gaming PC. It might even be overkill for some people, but it is what it is. It's going to cost around $130, so let's move down to the graphics card. What we have here is the EVGA GeForce GTX 980ti, a 6 gig card with some really good rear I/O. You're looking at 3 full-fledged display ports, a dual link DVI, as well as HDMI. It's a really nice graphics card. It's the 980 Ti with 6 gigs of GDDR5 memory or core clock speed of 1 gigahertz. The TDP comes in at 250 watts. It supports up to 4-way SLI, and it is around 10.51 inches. And it also supports G-Sync, which is a new sort of thing that Nvidia is doing for optimizing your gaming experience to the best of its abilities. It supports PCI Express 3.0, and it's literally one of the best cards currently on the market for 4K gaming or for really any sort of high-end computer build. Moving down for the case, I've chose the Fractal Design Define XLR2. It's a black pearl case. It's a full tower ATX case, so it should be able to support our graphics card as well as our full-fledged ATX motherboard. It comes in at the black color. It's got four 5.25 inch bays with 8 3.5 inch bays. So that's going to be enough for what we're doing with this build, and also if you were ever to expand it, you can pretty much do so very, very easily. It's got front panel USB 3. It's a really nice case. It's pretty big, and it has a lot of options for putting up more fans and such. Coming at around $130 as well. So for the power supply, as this is a pretty high-end build, we're looking at the EVGA Supernova 750 watt 80 plus gold certified fully modular ATX power supply. As this is a pretty high-end build, you're probably going to want to have a build that looks really nice inside. So having a modular power supply allows us to pretty much just choose and pick and choose which cables we want in the build and just remove all the cables that we're not going to be using. Coming at 750 watts is exactly enough for the GTX 980 Ti. You can probably put up a second one without any problem. If you're looking to do triple or quad SLI, you probably want to upgrade to a 1000 plus watt power supply. 80 plus gold certified means that it's pretty eco-friendly, and it has pretty much every single thing that you need for power. It has 4 PCI Express 6 plus 2 pin power connectors, so you can support up to quad SLI. Though you probably don't want to do that with GTX 980 Ti's because these are pretty powerful graphics cards. Moving down to the optical drive, as we need to sideload our operating system onto it, I chose the Samsung SH-224DB, a DVD/CD writer, for around $15. It says 3 gigabits per second. It's not that bad of a CD drive. Mainly I just chose it for if you were going to put your operating system or install any sort of games, but aside from that, that's pretty much all you're going to really be doing with it. If you want to go ahead and throw in a Blu-ray drive, you can do that, or maybe a slightly higher end optical drive, but these are pretty nice. So this build total comes down at around $2,034. Obviously with sales and such, you can probably get it even cheaper. So that's pretty much it. There it is, the $2,000 GTX 980 Ti gaming build. Pretty nice, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to check out more builds from my YouTube channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button and check out my YouTube channel. Leave this video a thumbs up and comment down below which parts you guys thought were pretty awesome. Music and credits, and as well as the link to the PC part picker will be provided down below, and there you can check out all the parts and all their pricing. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.